The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's second, incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Mayfield on play action. It's caught by Hooper. They're all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's 21-3. 21-3 is your score after one. kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep here for Allen. Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Brian Allen. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Mayfield off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Parkey adds the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Flushed out right. This is swung out to Eckler.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
from the gun. Herbert on third down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They snap it to Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. John Johnson with the INT. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to you?
Question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in to get back on track.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bryant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. A give. This is Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And Parkey's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Quick strike to Eckler.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Charger drive about to get going as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Herbert now. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last two in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
To the air again, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. A give, Eckler running to the right. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
2nd and 10. First throw now for the backup Kaepernick. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, How about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A very solid gain of 27. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Chubb will get the call running left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Chubb running right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side there, Schwartz with it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Nick Chubb, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That'll be complete to Cook.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
74 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is 7 for him on the year. Finding Allen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On first down, it's Herbert. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Herbert on first down now. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He finds his target, Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
One last throw here for Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A big offensive